In this current environment, how likely is it for boards to be sued by shareholders or even other stakeholders when things don't go well, or for perhaps agreeing to an M&A deal which doesn't work out the way that they'd like it?
I think there's a high risk of lawsuit, and there's no real statistics on this in the industry. I don't think you can go to a website and find out how many D&O claims as a percentage. But I can give you some general feelings that we look at. My basic feeling in the years I've been doing D&O insurance in connection with M&A is a company going through a merger and acquisition probably increases the likelihood of a directors and officers lawsuit by somewhere around 50%. Why do you say that? Well, you look at 65% of these fail. Even the ones that don't fail, there can be lawsuits saying, well, I still didn't get enough money. Even though, yes, it was successful for 99% of the shareholders, but there's one minority shareholder that says, I didn't get enough money. If you look at some of the claims, take the U.S., where we have the most claims in directors and officers insurance. Of the security class actions last year, 2% of them arose out of M&A transactions. A lot of times these M&A claims take place in the state courts level. They are derivative actions, which are actions brought on behalf of the company. What are the allegations generally with these type of actions? Number one type of claim that we see is what we call in the industry a bump-up claim. And what is a bump-up claim? The shareholder gets $1, let's say, for their share. And the shareholder says, good valuation. I had my own team do a valuation. My share is worth $1.10. You owe me another 10 cents. And at the end of the day, what are they doing? It's a negotiation tactic. You know, I'm not going to agree to this until I get an extra 10 cents. So these bump-up claims are there. Fairly common. The other common claim that we see from shareholders is you overpaid. You bought at the top of the market, which we saw it a lot during the dot-com time. We saw actually the last few years, leading up to the financial crisis, that people bought at the height of the market in 2007. Those actions are waste of corporate assets, and those would be the derivative type of actions. You can also get minority shareholders that come in and say, this is my family business. I don't want you to sell it. I don't like who you're selling it to. I don't like the direction of the company. So stop the acquisition. So those three main areas. But I do believe that any company going through an M&A has a legitimate shot of having a directors and officers lawsuit.
Or the threat of one, I suspect.
Or at least the threat of one. Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Because not all of them make it to court.
That's right.